gardening in the front is pretty minimal. These barrels have variegated canna, some begonias, some coleus, and some sweet potato vine. The front gets full sun, so these kinda like full sun. I have a bunch of hostas, and I put in a center garden, and it has a ruby slippers oak leaf hydrangea in the middle, and I knew it wasn't gonna be a wow factor for a few years, so I put grown from seed yarrow in there before the oak leaf is a wow factor. I have one of my many 9 barks in the front. I have one of my many Japanese maples. This is the viridis one. I have natural milkweed growing, grass, more of my 9 barks. I have grass over here by the garage. I have a shrub here, and then another barrel planter with grown from seed mahogany splendor hibiscus, which doesn't flower. It's just a nice full foliage. Beyond this gate is my sanctuary. This is where I put all my hard work rather than in the front yard. Right off the bat, you can see my custom 7-foot by 14-foot mural by Bo Thomas. This is a work in progress. All the stone needs to go. And put flagstone down, and then have terracotta pots with annuals. The pond is low and not working because I'm cleaning it. It was getting too algae. Next year will be the plants and the fish and everything. Here I have hosta, I have barrel planters with coleus and variegated canna. It's way too shady in here for the canna, so I had to take it out of this one, and it's just got coleus and then a fern that I'm trying to keep alive. But the rest of them have variegated canna and coleus, and then some morning glories. The canna doesn't get enough sun, so it's not as big and bold as it should be in full sun. It also never flowers over here. In the front it gets full sun, so it should flower. It's nice because you can have the same thing in all of them, and the repetition is easy on your eyes. You don't want your eyes to have to constantly stop and see things. You want like a smooth transition. So you have to keep that in mind when you design. And it's nice to just sit here in the morning with the pond going and looking at the mural, and then the sun comes up above the garage here. You got the annoying dog here. This is all just starting to come in. I have a lemony lace elderberry. I have a fine line buckthorn. I have a Inaba Shidari Japanese maple, and I have a new black lace elderberry. So the idea is that this all becomes sort of a screen and a wall. So you have to walk through the garden for it to sort of open up. I have irises and daffodils growing here that have all grown and seeded, so it's all cut down. This is a brand new Japanese maple I bought this year that's gonna go in the new garden I'm designing for next year. This patio was in when I bought the house. Here's some green canna, full sun, get a ton of water, so it's thriving. I need to learn how to use this patio in a more functional way. Here's the back of the garage. I have my Japanese maple, which is a Inaba Shidari that is 3 years old, I think. And then I have a new black lace elderberry, which will get really tall and wide. This is the first year, so it's really taken off. This is a climbing rose that I don't like, and I cut it down every fall, and it just comes back. These are hollyhocks I grew from seed, single black and double peach. This is some kind of berry, comes in black or red. I don't remember what kind of berry it is. I know that the black ones were banned in the US for a while. These are my other 3 lemony lace elderberries. Those are about 3 years old. They're doing amazing in part sun. They're taller than I am. All these giant hostas. They're bigger than me, bigger than my hand. More hostas. This lilac came with the house. It finally flowered 1 flower this year. All of the concrete curbing and landscaping stone was here when I bought the house. I'm creating more island gardens and a lawn. This will be next year's garden with like a walk through in the middle. These are all hostas and vines that I don't like. I planted these 2 hydrangeas this year. They're doing okay. Every year I buy brand new bulbs for my elephant ear. Not elephant ear, it's something else. Names escape me. I have some irises here. There's a dog, he likes to lay there and hide in the shade. All the sticks from all the trees my neighbors have fall into my yard. This is the back of the yard. Those are caladiums, not elephant ears. I have 4 forsythia bushes in the back here. They're usually the first thing to flower in the spring. Half of my neighbor's tree fell in my yard a year ago. This is the last part. I turned it into a bench. I have some hostas from my parents' house that I just moved over here, protecting from the rabbits. Another one of my Japanese maples, a bloodgood. I've had this one for about 4 years. This is more of the mahogany splendor, which likes to wilt after a day of sun. Here's my hardy hibiscus. It's just now flowering in the middle of August. Another forsythia. These are my allium. Millennium. I bought 2 and now there's 4 plants. You can see there's a ton of bees on them. I have 3 more 9 barks here in the corner. I had a bleeding heart that I trimmed down to the ground after it was done. My neighbor's vegetable garden. I have bee balm here. Red bee balm. I have some more. Hydrangeas. They get full sun. They're doing relatively well. This is my favorite 9 bark. This came with the house. It was almost dead because it was in the darkest spot of the yard. And it has come back in full sun. These are lilies from my parents' yard. The stargazers, but they're blooming now. More bee balm. And then I have a button bush that has really taken off this year. It's the 2nd year for that. I have some daylilies. The neighbor and I share some peonies. I have some purple bee balm and some more daylilies. I have a variegated dogwood that I just bought this year. And then I have a pagoda dogwood tree. There is a disease or a fungus that affects just pagoda dogwoods, and so this thing is on its last leg. I think it's called rust. And I have these 2 boxwoods. Those were the first 2 things that I planted in the yard. They're not doing too well in full sun. And then this is the new garden this year. This is the new garden this year. I did all by myself. The The Ann Magnolia has been there for a few years. I got an Ann Magnolia because the former homeowner's name was Ann, so it was a nice nod to her. I have these orange fudge rudbeckia that I grew from seed. I have some lime green flowers. I have a balloon flower that I bought. I had this blue globe spruce. It's been hot forever and I planted it in the garden. Some grass. These are blue globe thistles that I planted from seed. And these are, I believe, a cornflower. I call them a nuclear dandelion. They're really cool. So they'll get about 3 feet. And then just some various plants that I bought and moved around. Roses, daylilies, sedum. 2 miniature wisterias. And then this hydrangea tree, which was originally in the front yard. That's now there. And then in the center here, which was a tree and then a fire pit, this is a variegated willow. The new growth is pink. So leaning to one side this year. At the end of the season, I'm gonna trim it down to the ground and have it grow back. That's basically my sanctuary. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And that potted Japanese maple is gonna go over here, which will get a good afternoon sun, but not morning sun. And I'm still trying to see if I want something in the middle here, like another ruby slippers, oak leaf hydrangea. Have like multiple circles to complement the patio circle.